Hey guys, Arioch here, and I thought today I would share with you some stuff I got at a flea market this past weekend, and I spent a total of like $10, $12, okay? First thing is really cool. It's an 1801 Philadelphia newspaper called The Repository, and the reason, repository, not suppository, and the reason I bought it was because there's a neat article on ventriloquism. And they actually mention a certain ventriloquist who was really famous during the late 1700s. And they don't mention him by name, but I know exactly who it is. Anyway, his name was Squeaking Tommy, as you saw by the picture. And I bought that actual print of him like 6 years ago. Well, maybe 3. Anyway, I spent 10 bucks on that. This is another thing I got this weekend. There we go. It's a political cartoon from 1881, and that's right there is President Chester A. Arthur. And he's pulling stuff out of his hat. It was a magic theme. You can see in the 1880s the types of stuff magicians used. And I didn't frame that yet, but I'm going to. I also got New York Herald. It was newspaper weekend apparently. And this is from May 31st, 1864. And the reason I bought that, there's an ad, I don't know if you can see, for Heller's Wonders, Robert Heller. He was a great magician who actually later on died and is buried in Philadelphia. Well, of course he died, but I have his obituary too. He died in Philadelphia, and he was super famous. And there's also an ad for some other magicians. It doesn't even name them though. Wonderful phenomenon. I also got an October 26, 1861 New York Tribune for several reasons. Number one, on the front page, where is it? There's an ad for a guy who's going to do a reading about Abraham Lincoln, a psychometrical reading. And the guy's name was Andrew Jackson Davis, and he was big into phrenology. And also, in the amusement section, there's Barnum's Museum with a hippopotamus, and an ad for Herman the Great. There's another ad for Herman a few inches down. It's the same thing. Where you can see in there. I'll go with this. And finally, Philadelphia Inquirer, January 8th, 1862. You know, it has all kinds of Civil War stuff in it, of course. On the amusement section, there's an ad for Signor Blitz. His name was Antonio Blitz. He was a great magician. He performed for Lincoln, and he wrote a book called 50 Years in the Magic Circle, which I have a couple copies of. So anyway, pretty cool stuff I got at the flea market and spent under $20. I mean, come on, you know, it helps out with the history of magic, and it looked good in my collection. I'm gonna put the newspapers in those protective newspaper bags I have, the clear plastic ones, and I'm going to frame the picture, the big political cartoon. So anyway, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.